Pisces, this is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and welcome to This Just In. This is where we get all up in other folks' business about love and relationships. This reading will be good for Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising. And if you would like to try to pull together a more complete picture of what could be happening with you in the month of May, I would encourage you to take a look at your moon and or rising sign video if you happen to know what that is. If you don't know what that is and you are interested in finding out, you can go to astro.com, and if you have your time of birth, even if you don't have your time of birth, you can still put in your birth information, but it won't break your chart down into the houses. It will tell you what sign all the planets in your chart are in, though. So anyway, if you go to, there are several sites, but Astro's the one I use, and it's the one that I swear by. It's the one that I've used faithfully since I've started doing this. Pisces, I'm getting a lot of energy coming through. Feels like a bunch of stuff is crawling on me. And no, I don't do drugs, so it wouldn't be that. Anyway, yeah, you can do that if you want to try to figure out what your moon and or rising sign, if you happen to know what that is. The other thing I want to mention is that I announced last month that I will be giving a free 15-minute reading. Excuse me, Pisces. I will be doing a free 15-minute reading for a winner whenever we made it to 3,000 subscribers, and that's just the beginning of ways, hopefully in the future, that I will be able to say thank you. 3,000 subscribers is not a lot of subscribers in the YouTube world, but it is about 2,997 more subscribers than the 3 that I thought that I would have. And so I'm grateful, and I really enjoy talking to you guys. So while I'm shuffling these cards, I want to run down some quick astrology. I'm going to try to remember to go through the videos and put some sort of timestamp on it, because I know some people get frustrated with all of that extra talking. Oh, okay, this jumped out, and what is this? This is the full reverse. That jumped out, guys, so starting with that, Pisces. So let's run down some astrology real quick. We have got the Sun in Taurus. And the Sun in Taurus is having us look at what we have, what we can get, things we like, the things we're attracted to, what we find beautiful, or how we feel about ourselves, you know, self-image, self-worth, its confidence levels, its values, its morals, tradition. Sun in Taurus has us looking at all of those things. Analyzing, well, not necessarily analyzing, but looking at all of those things to see how we can manifest more of what we don't have. The moon is currently in Leo, which I love because I'm sun sign Leo, and it helps me get a little more hype. So I enjoy moon in Leo. Mercury has gone direct today. 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. I had to stop the video for a moment and get on my bonehead son. He knows I'm making a video, and he is making a bunch of noise. Anyway, so Mercury has gone direct. It went direct today at around 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, or I guess around noon or so. And I waited to do the Aquarius, the Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces video until Mercury went direct, because I went back and looked at some of the other videos and I was just like, wow. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry for to offend with some of the gagging noises, but that's how I felt about it. It was just so boring. It's like assembly line. I just wasn't with it. So I feel like Mercury was really stifling my flow of communication. So I purposely decided to wait until Mercury went direct. So I'm sorry for the delay. Not like it's the first time it happened. Who am I fooling? But I really had a reason for it this time. So anyway, Mercury has gone direct and it is conjunct Uranus. That's a wow factor. So, you know, a lot of things that could be happening unexpectedly. Um, you could be having some new thoughts, ideas that, you know, you really don't know where they come from. You know, with Mercury having gone direct, things that people may have been holding back saying, they may be kind of getting it out there now. And with Mercury conjuncting Uranus, only God knows what they might say. Or this could be you. You know, this is all of us at this point. So be on the lookout for that. Venus is in the sign of Aries. So, you know, this is a self thing. This is me. How do I want it? What do I want? How do I want it? And how can I get you to give it to me with Sun and Taurus? You know, Sun and Taurus would definitely love to save a buck rather than spend a buck. But the moon is currently in Leo, so who knows? But it's 5:55 on my clock. I'm talking about doing things differently. Anyway, yeah, Venus in Aries is, you know, maybe considered a little bit selfish, a little bit abrupt. You know, the masculine energy may be taken aback sometime by Venus in Aries type energy, because, you know, Aries is challenging and combative, and Aries is not about to hold back. Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars doesn't have any discretion as to how it moves. It just wants to move, and it's going to be influenced by the sign that it's in. And Aries is a bold and confident and tough type of energy. So with that feminine planet Venus being in Aries, well, Venus is going to take on a rougher approach. Venus may not even really enjoy taking on that approach. I think Venus enjoys being in Aries due to the fact that Aries is ruled by Mars, and that's the yin to her yang, or the yang to her yin, or however that goes. In that raw, unadulterated type of way, I'm attracted to you and you're attracted to me. I believe Venus enjoys that aspect. But, you know, the rough around the edges, you know, that might be a little bit difficult for Venus to, in hindsight, deal with. Because I think while Venus is in Aries, Venus will just act. And then in hindsight, whereas Mars in Aries has no regrets, Venus just might. Let's move on, because I've spent way too much time with that. Mars is in Gemini. I say that this type of energy, Mars is for everybody. This is you wanting to do everything with everybody, having your hand in literally everything. Jupiter is in Libra and will be in Libra until October 10th of this year. And Saturn is retrograde in Sagittarius. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We have got the Fool card reversed. And the Fool reverse says that you are not quite ready to start something new. You're not wanting to take any risk at this point, Pisces. Or if you are taking some risk, Pisces, look at this again. You could be making a foolish move. Or maybe you simply just have somebody in your life right now who you think is a fool, who's acting a fool. Maybe this is you acting a fool, but not in the, it's kind of shadow side fool with the Fool in reverse. So like I said, this is either going to be about not willing to move forward and go towards the unknown at all, or this is going to be about going towards the unknown that is going to be ungood for you in hindsight. Or like I said, if this is somebody acting a fool, you know, you can act a fool and have a good time. It's like you and your buddies get together and act a fool. Well, that's the fool upright. Well, the fool reverse is just somebody acting a nut. And most people don't like it. So the second card is the second card is the Knight of Wands reversed. Hello, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. In and out of there. Pisces, here's that Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius again. And we have been through this over and over in the last few months, right? About this Leo person, right? So it doesn't have to be a Leo. You know, this, like I said, it is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And it doesn't even have to be their sun sign. It could be somebody with heavy fire in their chart. Well, it looks like your Leo, or I'm sorry, let me be fair. Your Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius is looking in your direction once again. Cha-ching. But Pisces, maybe you are like, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if I trust you. And your Knight of Wands, you know, with his charming self, because, you know, he is fire, so he is still charming, in my opinion, whether he's upright or reverse. I think in the reverse, his charm is so sticky sweet that, you know, anybody knows he might be full of BS. But sometimes it works anyway. But Pisces, maybe you're like, I don't know. And your Knight of Wands is like, well, you know, what's the problem? And you just like, I don't trust you because you're always in and out. I feel like the Pisces is kind of saying to the Knight of Wands, you know, you're always talking about me acting a fool, but you can't even stay put. And the Knight of Wands is like, what? Me? Yeah, you. So, you know, maybe that's one thing that could be happening. Now, this could also be talking about rushing back into a past situation that you think may have changed. And maybe that's not the right thing to do. Maybe this is something that's going to be over as soon as it starts. Let's see what the last card is. The Three of Wands. Yay. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go back. Pisces. With the Three of Wands having shown up, maybe if you pay the Knight of Wands some attention, maybe they'll act right, because there's been work that's put into this. And I feel like, you know, the waters are calm right now. Somebody's waiting for their ship to come in. And even though this might be something that is off and on, I think that there could be a period of smooth sailing right now. You may not be willing to take that risk. You may not be willing to go on that journey. But this is a new journey. And the Knight of Wands is all or nothing. So when you're riding, ride him cowboy. But when he bucks you off, then, you know, you got to get medical help. So okay, anyway, let's pull a clarifier. Oh my goodness, the Ace of Wands reversed. Okay, we're going back and forth. Pisces. think that you are reluctant about this. You don't believe in this energy that's coming in. Either you don't believe it or you don't want to accept it. Or some of you could, this, this is a phallic symbol, and I say that all the time. Maybe you know that the Knight of Wands is, okay, the Knight of Wands, okay, maybe his intentions are wrong. I really can't get it straight. There's been a lot of work, though, put into this. And I feel like that there is a period of smooth sailing where the waters are calm. But Pisces, and your intuitive self, if this is the way you feel, then dare I say, who am I to say that you are not absolutely right? If you feel like the Knight of Wands' attention is wrong, then his intentions are wrong, or her intentions are wrong. Let's pull another color out. The universe plays with me. We got the Fool up right. We got the Fool up right. I love it. I'm just a humble servant to the universe. But the universe got jokes, I promise. Okay? So now we got the Fool up right that's saying, what it's saying is there's a whole lot of back and forth. It's, you put your right foot in, you take your right foot out. Okay, well, this is telling you to put your right foot back in and shake it all about. Do the hokey pokey. I know that was corny. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. But have some fun, Pisces. You've done so much work. Have some fun. Take a risk. You may not be willing to. You may feel like that somebody's intentions are wrong. You may not want to do this again because the Knight of Wands is in and out. But, enjoy the moment. Live in this moment, I think is what the Fool is saying. Live in this moment. Because it is smooth sailing right now. These are the two major arcana in the spread. The Fool that was once reversed is now upright. Don't let this energy fall by the wayside. I think some of you Pisces too feel like the Knight of Wands is a little bit immature. I think this is somebody, like I said, the work has been put into a particular situation or a relationship or circumstance. But I think you feel like that this Knight of Wands is just what it is. It's like, one minute it's yay, it's all good, let's do this, that, and the other thing, and then the next thing you don't talk to them for the next month and a half. And that's what's got you reluctant. That's why you don't trust in this energy. But Pisces, the Fool appearing upright has said no, the work has been put in. There's actually some support there. It's like you're one stick away from a solid foundation with the 3 wands there. If you add another wand, you got a nice little foundation, the square there. That one more wand is, if you add another wand, if you move on to the 4 wands, then you've got that whole foundation laid out. So now, you hadn't wanted to take a risk, but the Fool is saying, look, the work has been put in. It's like you haven't come this far to turn back now. Trust in this energy. And for some of you male Pisces, I'm going to just keep it real. It's saying, go ahead and give up the D. Don't be selfish. Don't hide it, divide it. You know what? They're going to kick me off YouTube, I swear. Anyway. Okay. Take a risk, Pisces. Have some fun. Live in the moment. Because I feel like if you do, the work that you have put in will pay out in such a loving, complete way. Okay, I apologize. I had to pause the video. So anyway, yeah, it's like Pisces. you're this close to the finish line. If you go ahead and live in the moment, take a risk, you could put that final wand into place, and you take that risk and walk through those portals. Um, It's looking at something else at these two. I just gotta say, I don't know if some of you might be reluctant to go on a trip with somebody. That just came up. Some of you are hesitant to take a trip. Is somebody asking you, Pisces, possibly to go out of town with them, to take some sort of trip with them, maybe even to go on a cruise with them? And maybe you're not so sure about it. I just had that come up. This may apply to nobody. But no, it's cool to do it. Enjoy it. It's kind of like you deserve it. You waiting for your ship to come in. Well, take a risk. Let it happen. And that's the way that I see it, Pisces. So, if you'd like to get a reading with me, please contact me at tina@85thhousevibrations.net. I would love it if you followed me on Twitter and or Facebook at 85 Vibe, EIGHT, the number 5 VIBE. I want to say thank you for those of you who are watching for the first time. Thank you for giving the video a chance. And for those of you who have hung around, a special thanks to you. Thank you so much. 3,000 subscribers is what we're trying to get to, and that's a very small number in the YouTube world. But like I said before, it's more than what I thought I'd have. So those of you who hang around, and I'm actually getting to know some of you people, and I really enjoy the interaction and the experience. It really is true. I've seen other YouTubers say this, but it really is true. You guys have an impact on how we feel and how we make it through our days. And a lot of times you encourage, well, I can't speak for anybody else, but I've heard them say it and I agree. You encourage me and or us to continue to share our views, to share our thoughts, our feelings, our skills, and whatever it is that we have to offer you. So thank you so much. Were it not for the viewer, this would not be necessary. I hope to talk to you guys again next month.